Hey everybody. Good morning, good morning. I just dropped my crazies off at school today and our mornings sometimes are just nutty. I just laugh about it, but trying to get two kids to get out the door and fed and stuff together, sometimes it's like herding cats into their little cat carrier to go to the doctor. But anyway, then we had to study. We had a moment of breakdown. My son, it's glove season, hat, coat, scarves, all that stuff that I just am not a fan of. And so we have these big gloves on that make us like a gingerbread man where we cannot move our hands. And Ethan had a total moment of freaking out in the car. He couldn't get a seatbelt on because the glovey hands, they just don't work. And so anyway, it's kind of funny, but he sat in his seat and he just started screaming. And then Emma's like, "Oh my gosh, Ethan, you're so..." And I'm like, "Stop, just stop." Doesn't it just crack you up? Hey, babe. It totally cracks me up sometimes what kids are doing. Anyway, so it was a teachable moment, learning through life, right? So we got through that, and then I always kind of feel like, all right, well, let's pray over our day because we had craziness and we've got to have an awesome day. So we prayed over it, and then after that, to set good moods, I always turn on music. And so we did our music thing. It had to be kind of like, it has to be spunky music because we have to kind of like, feel like we're energized in a positive way after some negativity. And then we had to study for a test. So then I was asking Emma questions in the car. So we just kind of, we just roll with it. Anyway, the last minute, they're like, "Wait, I gotta get my gloves on." I'm like, "No, you've got 2 minutes to run to class." Kind of silly stuff. All of that leading in and taking time while I know people are maybe hopping on here. But the real reason why I'm doing video today, hey Jordan, the real reason why I'm doing video today is that I had a friend message me last night and say, how much he was liking some of my positivity out here, which I appreciate. And he was saying, "I want you to tell me in video why you keep going to meetings when you're already a successful eye doctor and your business is growing." And I thought that was a really excellent question, so I wanted to address it here today. So why do I do that? Like, why am I traipsing around going to different things that are positive and motivational? And I think that there's a lot of reasons why I do that, but one of them is that in order to stay positive, I have to surround myself with positive, right? So I always have to put bread in the head. So that can come in the form of a lot of different things, like when you're reading and you're reading books that kind of continue to help you stay positive, but also being around people. That's really important. And if you can get in a room with like, I don't know, 100, 200, 300 people, and everybody kind of has the same goal of learning and feeding their head positively, I mean, that's pretty powerful, So it's not the same as like me sitting in my bedroom in my bed huddled up putting stuff in my mind, which is important too. I do that every single day. But when I have the opportunity to get around other like-minded individuals who also want to be positive, well, that's a pretty good deal too. So that's one of the reasons why I do it, is that there's synergy and there's energy in being surrounded with like-minded people. Another reason why I do it is I just always feel like I never have enough knowledge. And so, even in my vision business, which yes, it's successful, but we still go to meetings all the time, like once or twice a year. I still go to meetings. I still read. I'm still trying to learn information because even though I've been doing this almost, hi Perla, even though I've almost been doing this for about 16 years, I just feel like you can never get enough knowledge. There's always something new I can learn. And there's always going to be a patient that I feel like I need to know something more to help them. And, I always feel like if I could go back and see those patients that I saw 15 years ago in my clinic, I mean, that would be amazing. But I can't. And so I just keep growing forward and gaining knowledge to help the ones that I can help now with new knowledge base. And that kind of brings me to talk about something that happened yesterday in my clinic. I'm going to try to get through it without being, sad, but I just going to take time out from my main thing here in this little talk today and just say, I hope that everybody has a really thankful day today. Yesterday, I oftentimes have the chance to see patients, and I'm making a big difference in their lives, and it's kids, and it's fun, and it's silly, and it's, you know, turning them around from thinking that they're not smart to realizing that they're super intelligent. But sometimes it's really hard stuff. And yesterday I saw a patient who's 48 years old, and we won't say names, we'll keep that identity sacred, but he had a stroke, and the stroke was so bad, it was a massive stroke, that it's left him not being able to walk, basically not being able to talk very well, and hi Gary, just really struggling with life. And he's you can tell that he was, you know, pretty well put together. Like he didn't work out, but he swung an axe all the time, he chopped wood all the time. I mean, this is a big burly guy, and he's kind of you know, down to being in a wheelchair, and trying to learn how to re-walk and re-talk and think through things again, struggling to feed himself. And it just, hey Michael, it just really hit home to me that sometimes we're not thankful, and we need to be. His biggest wish for Christmas is that he can walk and talk and go home. And he's embarrassed and mad about the fact that at 48 he's in a wheelchair and he's in a nursing home. His roommate was 85, and he was angry that his roommate got to go home and he didn't. It's pretty tough stuff, you know, so we need to be more positive. We need to be more thankful for what we have in our lives. And I look forward to helping this gentleman. That's one of the things that I do, is help people recover after strokes and traumatic brain injuries, as well as helping kids. That's the hard side of what I do, because the fun side is working with kids. So just a little aside there. Guys, be thankful today. It's not always about the big things in life. Sometimes it's the small things that are important. So let me recover and get back to my topic here. So I like to go to meetings because I like to be around positive people. And I go to meetings to learn, because I always feel like there's something that I don't know, then I need to know it. And I don't do that because, you know, it's like a proud thing, but I want to be the best at what I do in everything. And so if I continue to grow my knowledge base, then I get better and better. So those are a couple of reasons why I go to meetings. The other thing is that I just think constantly you're growing or you're dying. And so, you know, if you're not growing and you're not figuring out ways to stay positive and keep learning, then, I mean, like, what are we waiting for? The weekend? You know, some people, it's like they're waiting for the weekend to go out and drink a beer or something. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those things, but that's just not where I'm at in my life. And, you know, where I'm at is, where can I have a positive impact on someone's life? And so if I reach out and I, you know, try to gain new friends, or I try to kind of increase my network of people that I know, what I'm looking for is, I'm looking for ways that I can add value to them, because doing that, I mean, in effect, really adds value to myself as well. And one amazing thing that we have the ability to do, I think, you know, while we're here on this earth. So what's another reason? Just trying to think. I've got kind of a little note here. I think I covered mostly everything that I really wanted to cover with that topic. But if there's anything else that you'd like to know, or if you have questions about that, or you're thinking like, why would you go do something if you're successful? Why would you continue to do this? And I think maybe the last thing I'd say, kind of goes along with wanting to be the best with stuff. It's just that I always want to be cutting edge. I don't care if that's, with being a mom or being a friend or having my vision business, my other business, which is health and wellness. I always want to be cutting edge. And so why would you not? So I think those are lots of reasons that are really valid on why I continue to go through things. If I could say this would be my life, right now I really love what I do. I love being an eye doctor. I love helping people, to develop better vision skills. Kids who can go out of my clinic reading 4, 5, 6, 7 grade levels above is phenomenal. Patients who come in with brain injuries who, walk out like they're walking, talking, functioning better in the world. I mean, how awesome is that? And at the same time, when we talk about health and wellness, helping people to, helping people to be able to develop better lives, maybe more financial and time freedom, get more healthy. How awesome is all of that? So anyway, I hope you guys found value in this today. My phone's beeping and giving me all kinds of messages here. But if you did, I would love it if you would comment below, if you would like and share it. And if there's something that you would like to have me talk about in a topic, then send me a private message or message me here, and we'll see what we can do about that. So anyway, be thankful today because you've got a life that's a lot more blessed than many other people. And, and one more thing. We have started working with our patient from the Dr. Phil show, and I just would kind of say continue to pray for that because we certainly can use your prayers. She's a mega sweetie, and we're truly blessed to be able to work with her, but we do need lots of prayer because she's a challenge. So anyway, with that, I'm off. Have an awesome day.